I looked at your first post and it was from 2016.
Probably sounds about right.
Dude, that's when I started. I started in 2016 too. So like, you came around, like me and you both started at like right around the same time in that golden era of Instagram.
Yeah.
And like, we were just talking about how you're on a huge. You've had like followers. You're getting followers again.
They're shooting up all of a sudden now. Like I have ups and downs, but now this past 2 weeks it shot up. So.
But like over that last 7 years or whatever it's been, like there's been so many trends have come and gone, and like the Instagram community used to be so strong. Like,
right.
I don't know if it still is for you because it sounds like you get a lot more activity on there than I do. But like for me, it's like I don't know. I get comments and I get likes and stuff like that, but it doesn't seem like there's the crew around anymore. Like a lot of people moved on or something.
You know, I think the thing is that a lot of people. My advice is. And I was one of them in the early days. Like me and some of my Instagram buddies, and some of them, you know, I've made friends with in person and all that. Matt Prosser from Pro Guitar Loops, shout out to him, and Angel, Riffmaster, and you know, the list goes on. Anyways, but we had fun within our DMs, you know, trying to figure out the algorithm of Instagram. And at one point, we felt like we did have it figured out. And to me, it got to a point to where I was like, well, I'm just going to post. I'm going to stay in my own lane. I can't worry about trends. Like, and people have let it be known that we come to you because you play our favorite Rhodes and Ozzy and Zach and Metallica and Dimebag and Dio, Vivian Campbell, old school metal stuff, and you know, and so you know, and I don't. It's like I play the Iron Maiden stuff, and I don't go really, you know, outside of certain realms of music. As far as you know, what I'm interested in, and people like that, you know. And if it's a small group, I'm fine with it. You know, I'm not going to go off and do something that's going to, you know, get a temporary follower just to grow my account. So it's just, it got to a point where it's like, okay, I'm not going to try to figure out any kind of social media algorithm. Same with YouTube. I post on YouTube, and the thing is like I just post, and it's just going to do what it's going to do. Some videos have 300 views, some have 1,000, 3,000. And I was like, well, I'm not going to obsess over why this one doesn't have as much as this. All I know is I had fun playing this Metallica song, and why it didn't get as many views as this Metallica or Pantera song. You know, I just like, I don't care. I had fun doing it. I love playing covers. And if 10 or 20 people or 40 people comment, fine. I'm glad someone enjoyed it, you know.
You know, I wonder if what killed off too, a lot of people were like deep in covers. Like everybody was doing covers, and it seems like, I don't know, it seems like it's dropped off a bit. Granted, I'm not on Instagram as much as I used to be. I'm not scrolling like I used to be. Like post and ghost. I get on there, I post, and kind of get out of there. I look back and see how many likes it's getting, see how it's doing, and all that stuff.
Right.
But the way that they're cutting down people's covers and people are getting copyright infringements and all that stuff. Like, do you get that on Instagram?
I had that problem for a while. It seemed to get pretty strict. And then I don't know what it is, something that changed with a somewhat recent update to where I don't get my videos deleted now. I think it's because Instagram has now integrated something to where if you're doing a song that isn't yours, now they automatically throw that title because it's something that you can now grab from an audio, even whether it's optional or not, and connect it to your page.
So it'll tag like a external link.
Yes, it'll like an extra audio link.
Click here to buy it.
Basically, yeah, it'll have that option, or it'll at least say like, you know, because there's times where I put whatever Pantera cover, and it recognizes the song, and it's, you know, rather than saying Sasquatch original audio, it'll have a thumbnail of, say if it's something from Vulgar Display of Power and I'm playing from Pantera, and it'll have the artwork from the album, and it'll have Pantera song title, you know.
Wow.
You know, scrolling by the screen of my post. So I'm like, okay, fine, you know, and if the record label, if that's how you make your money, you know, by letting me play your song, I'm fine with that. Just don't fucking cut my legs off.
Right.
You know, so, you know, if anything, you're getting free promotion. You know, it's like, because you know, record labels are hurting. It's like, if you want to make money, if you want free publicity, you're getting it from someone like me in his bedroom.
See, that's the thing that I never understood when they started pulling people's videos down, and for some reason, I don't know why, and maybe, I don't know. I was going to say maybe because I'm not playing the song good enough, it doesn't recognize it as the original song. I don't know what it is, but people were DMing me all the time telling me my videos are getting pulled down. What do I do? And it wasn't happening as much to me, even though I was playing basically only Metallica almost every single day. Like remember I used to do those Metallica months.
Yes.
Where I would do Master of Puppets, every song on the album, 30 days in a row, 31-minute videos.
I remember
those
that.
would be insane, you know, getting all these videos from people. That was like so
well,
crazy.
you did one with the Black Album. I was on the God That Failed cover with you.
Yeah.
I remember that.
Is that the only one you did?
I think so, yeah. It was a real quick thing where you asked me last minute. I was like, yeah, I can do that solo.
Oh.
So, and I did the solo for it, and yeah, I knew that was it.
Yeah. I mean, over the years, I did Kill 'Em All, the whole album, Ride the Lightning, Master of Puppets, and Justice for All, and Black Album.
Yeah.
And then I even did like a reload month or week or something, but I didn't do the whole album.
I remember kind of anticipating that. I was watching it too.
And like that was insane. Like doing all those covers, and I didn't get pulled down on very many of them.
It's weird the way, maybe because since you used at that time Instagram, maybe didn't know what the song sounded like, and couldn't detect it and flag it, and because YouTube can, even if because you were using all musicians doing their own tracks.
Yeah.
But if you have that and put it on YouTube, YouTube knows the song even if it's not from any of the master tracks. So YouTube will put because all my stuff is copyright strikes, but it's not. Some of them are limited to where they won't be shown in certain countries, from what it tells me. But like Pantera stuff. But what was it? But with YouTube, they just always tells me the owner of this music is allowing you to use their song, but they will run ads that you will not monetize on.
Yeah,
I'm like,
right.
That's fine. I don't own the music, so
as long as they don't give you like a strike.
Yeah, it's like don't strike my account. Don't delete the video.
Yeah.
So I was like, you want to run ads on my video? You're making money. Let me play your song. Fair trade. So
right when all that copyright stuff started, that's exactly what I started doing. I started getting full covers where I would get a drummer, I'd get a bass player, and I'd get a vocalist. I'd get it'd always be like 20 guitarists would sign up for each song, and then one drummer, and then that drummer would have to do like half the album because I couldn't find enough drummers who would want to do it. But that helped out quite a bit. And then I even took like the drums, bass, and the vocals, and I would like isolate all that and put out backing tracks, like original backing tracks that anybody could use, and those never got copyright strikes either, which was pretty cool.
That's what I do with a lot of the covers. As most of my covers are based on when I can find the master tracks on YouTube of said song. If I'm doing whatever Metallica song or Pantera song, and I'll type in drum track only, and it's the actual drum track from that album, from the song, and then find the bass track and the vocals. I was like, good, I could just leave the guitars out and put mine in, and that's my band, so I don't have to go asking everyone for, hey, can you play drums for me on bass? And it's like, the more I have to ask people to help me out, the more I'm going to be disappointed, and it's just, dealing with musicians is a fucking bitch, man. Yeah, I'll do it, and you don't hear from them, and it's just like, hey, is it ready? No, sorry, it just got really busy. And I've been guilty of those excuses, and it does happen. But there's only so many times where your grandfather dies as an excuse. I'm like, okay.
It's like everyone's grandfather keeps dying.
Yeah, it's like every time somebody needs something, your relative passes away. It's like, okay, all right.
Dude, it's been so many times because I would create this long list of all the songs on the albums when I would do like an album month, and then I would fill in each thing, like, okay, this person's going to do this part, this person's going to do this part, and then there would always be like when I did And Justice for All, everyone wanted to do the one solo, the tapping solo. There's always that one thing everyone wants to do, and then I'll give it to someone, and then if that person falls through, I'm like, dude, 100 people wanted to do this one, and I kept it for you.
Exactly, yeah, that's the thing too, yeah, when you got something like that where you can show off your skills, and then you had your chance there for a moment to get some kind of shout out and some recognition on someone else's page, and yeah, it's a musician thing. I don't know what it is. I expect that kind of behavior from a drummer, if you're a guitar player, because of our ego, we're going to be on top of that, because it's like, yeah, I want everyone to see how good I am.
Have you ever been in one of those like mass where they get like 20 guitar players to do the same or different solos over the same song?
I was in one. It was at the time was considered, I don't know if anybody has one-upped it, but it was a 50 guitar player shred collab. The kid who put it together,
Not R2.
I don't know his name. He's from Finland.
Finland.
Yes,
Yeah, dude,
okay.
it's R2.
Yes, I was on that. He hit me up, and I was like, sure, I'll do it, and I did it. It was cool. It was fine. I mean, I managed to put it together really quick. It was an experience, to say the least.
I think I'm in that one too.
You are, yes, you are. Because
I just thought about that. I'm like, wait a
yeah,
second.
because I remember you gave him a shout out because he fell short of a few guitar players, and he felt really pressed to release it by a certain amount of time on a certain date. And so you had to give him a shout out to he's like, hey, calling all guitar players, he needs some people. But
I remember that.
what happened? No, I was on that one. Those are cool. I wouldn't do it again because, again, going back to the guitar player ego thing, it's just one big mental masturbation. It's a battle of the guitar players saying, how can you stand out with that many guitar players?
Yeah, it's true.
Because we're all just shredding just to shred.
Yeah.
We're just noodling. It's like, it's moments like that where it's just like where I start to, I'm not impressed by shredders anymore. I mean, even though I can be a little bit self-indulgent, I get people who will say, what do you think of this guy or girl, blah, blah, blah. And they're shredding. And it's like, yeah, they're good, but it's a noodle factory. It's like, I mean, everybody's playing fast. They're sweeping, sweep tap. And, I go from here to here. And,
Learning modes.
Yes. And it's good to know your theory, but at some point it's just like
we're all doing the same thing now.
Yeah, you just like you're cramming.
Yeah.
And that's where, those guitar players they talk down on someone like, Kirk Hammett, but I think Kirk Hammett is a soulful guitar player.
This has been part of a much longer conversation I had with Sasquatch a couple weeks back where we talked about all kinds of subjects, guitar related. Part 3 is coming next week where we started talking about Metallica and how memorable Kirk Hammett's solos are. Click the link on the screen to go watch part 1 of this conversation. Be sure to be subscribed to this channel for more clips like this, and also go subscribe to Uncle Sasquatch's channel too. The link is right here on your screen right now. Have a good one, everybody. Rock on, my friends.